All right, the date is Wednesday, May 29th, 2024. We sold our house about a week or so ago, and I thought it would be good to do a video tour to help us remember it. Because I don't remember a lot of things from when I was in grade 2, so Ruthie might forget some things. One of our favorite things about this house was all the trees. Obviously we have a busy road there, and this is the busiest time of day, but just trees everywhere. When it's raining, you can barely get wet in this driveway, which is great. Our front steps here. So I thought I would walk through and just kind of narrate it. So if you kids are watching it down the road, you can kind of remember some things about the house. So here's our entryway, our closet with always a many shoes, never ever organized. Main entryway here, great spot to be, obviously. Yeah, and our stairs. I installed this hook myself. I was very proud of it. It's not the best job, but it's the best job I could do. When I think of these stairs, I think of Gideon dressed up as Batman when he was like 1.5, crawling up these stairs. That's a fun memory. We've painted these. We painted this like 5 or 6 years ago, I think. It's funny, this used to have a blind on it. We took it down because it was so ugly. And then we realized we actually really like the view out of here. Nice little view. Here's the hallway. Lots of scampering up and down here. This is currently Esther's room. No closet, but she likes the bunk bed. It was also, I think, Ruthie's at one point. I think it was Gideon's. When Esther was a baby, Gideon, you slept in here in a race carpet. Nice big window. Great view of the backyard. You guys are down in the hammocks right now, actually. There you are. So, this room used to be bright red. It was a Pepsi or a Coca-Cola themed room. We did not let that last long. All right, this was our guest room for a while until we had 3 children. I think Esther lived in here, possibly, maybe Gideon. Ooh, hard to remember now. Right now, it's currently Ruthie's room. So you can see all of her stuffies. Ruthie, you're currently in grade 2. Even though we buy you all this bedding, there is still a sleeping bag you've been sleeping on for funsies. You've inherited the bookshelf because you have probably the biggest room. Our very messy closets. You just got those this weekend at your birthday party. And one of our we put new windows in the front of the house a couple years ago. Very nice. All right. I think you've all been in this room. I installed those stars because I remember I was somewhere and I thought they were cool and I wanted my kids to have them, so I installed them, and you've all kind of outgrown them now. But still, Gideon, here's your room. This was actually all of your first bedroom ever because this was the nursery. My motif I was going for was green and blue, a colorblind person choosing the colors, because I wanted it to be like ground and sky, hence the sky looking thingy there. I also put stars up here. I was gonna paint clouds, but I chickened out and decided not to because I was afraid I'd do them poorly. I kind of wish I had and just bit the bullet. But anyway, works better now. And there used to be a hot air balloon made out of yarn dangling here. The crib was right here. There was the IKEA chair we used for like feedings and stuff right there. And then the change tables right here. So a lot of memories in this room because you were all babies in this room. So that was fun. Closest one to our bedroom. So we could always hear you right before you threw up or whatever emergency was happening. Now, Gideon, you have your Chromebook and you have your Legos. You're pretty much almost out of Lego age now, but Lego age was a fun age for sure. I still remember the first one we ever built together. The first like big one was a submarine, and you built it pretty much by yourself, and it was pretty cool. So view of the backyard, very nice. And that's Gideon's room. All right, Melissa and I's room in here. So there you go. Probably a little cleaner than it usually is because we've been setting up for stuff. There's the bookshelf, you know, dresser, windows, the double closets, which I thought were pretty cool back when we bought it. I'll show it. This is probably, you would remember it with the doors wide open because the doors are always wide open. So this is how you would remember it. I'm sorry, I never closed my doors more. It would look better. All right. Let's go downstairs. There you go. We used to have a little gate right across here for some reason. I don't know why. Well, so you wouldn't fall down the stairs, but we couldn't trust some of you, especially Esther. I remember there used to be a gate across there, and Esther would stand there and just scream. Painting this was a lot of fun. I believe there was a ladder stuck straight out on something. It was very, it wouldn't have been certified by anyone for sure. All right, back down to the foyer. Here we are in the main living room. Lots of great times here, obviously. This would be my favorite chair. It's where I like to sit. This is where the guests are. We kind of hated this couch. We loved it at first because it was an L couch, but then we kind of hated it because it's not actually an L to U, it's hard to fit anywhere. But we loved this house because of the fireplace, both when we bought it and we used it all the time. And now that we're not as dirt poor as we were when we bought the house, we'll actually buy propane when it runs out. I used to just be like, well, we're out of propane for the year. Guess we'll have to wear sweaters. Because it's not our main heat source. It's just like for funsies at Christmas time. But not to brag, but we bought enough propane for the whole year this year. Big new window we replaced. The Christmas tree usually goes here. There was one year we experimented with it over here, and it wasn't a bad spot. But we do like here, you can see it when you come in. Obviously there's the piano, the mantle. There's a little spot on the ceiling here. That's when I cut the tree too tall. When I brought it up, it like left a tree skid mark on the roof. That never quite came out. Here's the dining room. Many a mess was made here. Thankfully, Alfred's been helpful trying to clean up after us. Not as good as a dog, but not bad. Yes, normally there's a lot more pictures up here, but because, you know, selling the house and all that. Our beautiful popcorn ceiling with the spirals, I'm sure those cost extra. There's the deck. There's Ruthie jumping right there, waving, yes indeed. Over here, our kitchen. It was a great kitchen, obviously not as fancy as some, but we've had a lot of laughs in here, made a lot of food, argued over making a lot of lunches for so many lunches. When we first moved into the house, this was an older style. This was an older model, and it would make this giant bang every like half hour that we stopped hearing. But we would always forget to tell people that were visiting, and it would always scare them. Hello. Hi. You want to say hello to the future?
Hi, future.
No, Esther. Esther, you're saying hi to the future?
This is our Hanwell home. Hi. Bye.
All right. Yes. There you go. The measuring stick. I believe that was from, I think Melissa might have made this herself. She did on a craft time. And we have, it starts with Ruth. There's Ruth. There's Ruth again, Esther. All the way up, there's Gideon. There's Gideon in 2020. And then Gideon 2022. And now here's Gideon now. So it's been quite a journey. And there's Melissa. I don't think she's grown anymore, so it's gonna be close. We'll see. Powder room. It is what it is. It's a powder room. It's fine. A beautiful popcorn ceilings again, of course. Our side deck where mini cans are stored. This is where I come to yell at bears, because bears will come steal our garbage and run into those woods and eat it. And I yell at them and throw things at them, and they just look at me because they know I'm not going to do anything about it. All right, basement on the home stretch. All right, down to the basement. This room did not used to have that railing on the side. Melissa was very worried about people falling off, so we paid money to install this railing. There's that super sump system we put in because when water would come in, the other thing wouldn't work. So once we put this in, solved a lot of our problems. Very, very nice. So the basement. We also loved the basement when we first bought the place. It is great. Great for, we've watched many movies here. We've played many games here, done all kinds of fun stuff here. Right now, every Friday night is movie night. Has been ever since COVID. We did not have a lot of money to put into things when we bought the house, but one thing we did spend money on was buying this pellet stove, running on wood pellets. It's great, a great kind of heat. That is an exercise thing that gets used all the time, like so much. I can't even tell you how much we use that. This is a storage room that really became a storage room when we were getting ready to move because we were packing up, but not much to see here. You would have very few memories. We did keep trying to make it a playroom, but it never really took because you didn't want to be this far into the house. And you know what? I don't blame you. And the funny thing was when we first bought this house, this used to be a window, but not a window, just an empty hole basically that looked like a window with no glass. I don't know what the purpose of that was, but when we had to replace the wall at one point, we turned it into an actual honest to goodness wall. In here, not very exciting way to end the trip, but we're not ending it. Laundry room, utility room, you know, the works, all that stuff. Very good. All right. Now let's finish our tour, probably in the pièce de résistance. Oh, why, hello. Say hi, future Ruthie.
Hi, little pocket ball.
Oh, no. I promise you ate better than that normally.
Are you still videoing?
I am still videoing. Here we go.
Guess what?
What?
I'm weird and crazy.
There you go. It's official. And let's finish off in probably the highlight of this property, which for us was always the backyard. Barbecue, sad little table, trampoline that I fought Melissa on buying used for like $100, but it turned out it was the best money we ever spent because you guys have all spent a lot of time on it, and it is a huge plus. Over there you can see where the pool was. We're not putting up this year because we're selling, but it was a great time. The hot tub was a COVID purchase. Yeah, there was a lot of watch this as well. Whoa, very exciting. We didn't use it as much in the last year or so, but over COVID, we were in it all the time as a family, and we basically treated it like a little pool because the kids would wear goggles and stuff in it and go swimming, and it was a lot of fun. And over here, beside the pool pad, is the fire pit. I was very, very excited to have a fire pit when we first moved to this house. I remember for some reason I was here for like an hour by myself when we first bought the house before we moved anything in. And the first thing I did was I went into those woods behind us and found a bunch of rocks, and I made a fire pit because I was really excited to have our own fires. We did not have as many as I wanted because it was always so buggy during like the start and end of the season. So I'd always kind of forget about it. So we always have like one in the spring and one in the fall. And every year we're like, we gotta have more fires, and we didn't always, but we still had a lot of fires here. And over COVID, I burned all of our cardboard here, so that was fun. And Nana Pop came, and they had grown over a bit, and they made it look a lot better. Stacked up all our wood. So there you go. There's the hammocks over there. Those are more new. But yes, it has been a wonderful home, and I hope whoever has it next really enjoys it. I hope wherever we go next, we'll enjoy it as much as this one. And I just hope this is a fun memory for people. And if you're watching this late and you did not live here and you're not one of our family, I'm sorry for the least interesting video of all time.